Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lovely to see where you're all arriving from this morning. And my invitation is to really take time to settle in. Like, people are still joining. My name is Nirmala Katrin Werner, and I welcome all of you very much to our teachings this week on the topic Sacred Body, Sacred Path, the feminine principle on our spiritual journey. I'm speaking from the north of Germany, where I live and teach. I live in a big eco-village here, and I teach embodiment and retreats in Buddhist meditation centers all over Germany and somatic yoga. Yeah, I really like settling in here slowly. Also already looking into the female principle, right? Rather than like when we go from one thing to the other, rushing and then settling in straight for the next thing. And I'm sure a lot of you rush here to be here, right? Rather than just, okay, I just finished making my tea and I just finished making my, I don't know, hot water bottle or taking a blanket and getting comfortable. And we take this first minutes to really settle in. Yeah. And for those of you who haven't been here before, this hour we spend together every morning this week is like the first 15 minutes. It's like a little talk from my side. And I want to emphasize that I offer these teachings as a reflection. And it's only a reflection, not to tell you that's the way it is, right? Really feel so free to just drop aside, to leave aside what doesn't resonate with you. Yeah. And I also really want to emphasize putting our wisdom here together. It's like, yeah, I'm in this role, like here you can see me, I can see you, and still like you can use the chat and also like it really helps me to know about your wisdom, to know about us here together. Luz is asking, somatic yoga. Yeah, I can say a few words about it because what I emphasize a lot in the teachings, like also on the cushion and in Buddhist centers, is to really feel the cells from your cells, really feel the body from within the body. And a somatic yoga would be like, rather than straightening out your arm, would be like a development and an unfolding of the arm from the space where the arm begins, which is somewhere in the low in the back where the end of the lungs are, and feeling like these inner connections, feeling the relationship between the cave of the pelvis and the space of the heart, and like really going really close there. Yeah. And I think, and that's also something I kind of offering this week, like really embodied teachings and embodied wisdom, because this is where the question leads us to how the feminine principle can support us on our spiritual journey, is like to look into other ways of knowing rather than the intellectual, the understanding way of knowing from the head. What other ways of knowing are there? And one is a embodied way of knowing, embodied wisdom. So after talking for 15 minutes, there's half an hour time for a guided meditation. And after we have 15 minutes time for Q&A. So if you have a question, I invite you, like if you look down on your screen, there is like a little question, a box with a question mark. And you press on there, and then you can enter your question there. If you're coming in here from a mobile phone, you won't have that. You need to put your question in the chat, and I hopefully see it. Also, like, you could support me, and if you see a question in the chat, you could kind of maybe help me to transfer it to the question mark box. Yeah. So this is it. So this week, I'm not talking about gender, actually. I'm talking about energies, about masculine and feminine energies. And I like to name them, and you could like really sense where is it dropping, like where is it falling into, like what resonates, what are images which maybe appear. And like masculine energies are like action, strength, striving, overdoing, doing, power, clarity, understanding, rational, competition, nation, destruction, conquest. And listen to the feminine energies: being, creativity, relating, birthing, receptivity, intuition, interconnection, holding, nourishing, darkness, mystery, compassion, softness, tenderness. And we all have masculine and feminine energies in us. And in different times, we do need different energies. And Buddhism is involved in a time where patriarchy was much more dominant than now. Women were owned by men in this time. I mean, even in Germany, a woman is only allowed to get work without asking her husband for permission since 1977. And it gets more worse. Rape in a marriage, like if you're married and the woman is raped by the man, it's only a punishable offense in Germany since 1st July 1997. Yeah. Until then, it was like the duty of the woman to have sex with her husband. So in our society, if we look at it, it's really obvious that we put the doing energy higher than the being energy. And we could call ourselves humans, human doings instead of human beings somehow, right? But we are human beings. So I like to look with you together into how we can meld our doing energy with our capacity to just be. The Buddhist teachings, they were written down by men. And in their interpretation of Buddha's awakening and of the spiritual path, there's an emphasis on wisdom, on transcendence, emptiness. Maybe if women had written the Pali text, there would be more emphasis on compassion, belonging, abundance. And only following the male principle, and I just want to emphasize like this, the male structure is like so useful, and it's like so much out of balance, right? That's why I think we need to listen to the voices which have been pushed away for thousands of years, for so long. How would our practice look like when we tune more into the feminine qualities, the feminine principle in our practice? How would our society look like if we bring more of the masculine and feminine energy together? How would the world look like? So following the male principle has the danger of falling into dogmatism. And it's always good to remember whatever practice we are practicing, it's just a practice. It's just the map. Like our teachings can only be like a map. It's not the landscape. It's not the experience. We can't be in the landscape. And there's a story when I walked through Turkey. We passed a town where there were a lot of statues of the wise person Nasruddin Hoxha. He's been a wise man, a wise mullah. And there's one story of him where he is kneeling on the street under a street light, and a man walks by, and the man is asking Nasruddin Hoxha, "Hey, what are you doing there? Are you looking for something?" And Nasruddin says, "Yes, I'm looking for my keys." And so the man kneels down, and they both look for the keys of the mullah. And after some time, they don't find the keys. The man is asking Nasruddin Hoxha, "Are you sure you lost your keys here under the streetlight?" And Nasruddin said, "No, I didn't lose them here. I lost them further down the road, but it's dark there." Darkness, the unknown, scares us. We are so used to come back to those places we already know, to the streetlight. And we all fall back into habitual patterns. Darkness can overwhelm us. And if we really surrender to darkness, to mystery, it's a place where transformation can happen. Darkness and mystery are feminine qualities. And practicing the unknown, the unstructured, means to loosen the grip. Awakening doesn't mean to gain something, to arrive something. It's really a melting and a softening into what already is there. Everything included. And when we leave aside the achieving and striving for something and being so hard and fast and determined, we can get more soft and spread out wide. It's like remembering our ocean-like source, remembering a place which enables us to be spontaneous, to be flexible, to be compassionate, creative, intuitive, rather than being controlled by our patterns. And something in us is yearning for the unknown, for the mystery. It's yearning to fall back into something larger, into something wider, something beyond intellectual understanding. And it's not easy to open up to the feminine because we mistrust our own nature. We mistrust our own goodness. We kind of have the pattern of thinking, we are not quite good enough. We should be better. There's a fear of losing control in us humans. We are even controlling nature. So in the next days, I like to look into other ways of knowing, as I said, especially through the embodied meditations, which I'm offering. And kind of, get even, here in the West, this idea that awakening can only happen when we're in a monastery or when we're on long retreat, when we're really striving and doing hard and trying hard, is already like softening so much. And yet, like the male principle has been like so dominant over thousands of years. It's really like so much needed. If you look out there, like wars, economy, the taking away and destroying from nature, it's men people there, right? It's the masculine energy there. Yeah. So we really need to come at another energy. And one thing I really emphasize on retreats is to lay down. And it's really, really hard sometimes to to make people try even laying down, because there's so much the idea of, oh, this is a meditation posture, and here I'm only awake, and here I'm clear. And especially if I get out of bed in the morning, I sit down, and I sit down every morning, yes. And also, like, what other ways of knowing are there? What other ways of direct experience are there if you really let go, which would be a laying down position? So I like to invite you now to come to a meditation position, and I invite you to sit, and to sit or to stand. And after about, I don't know, half of the time, the invitation would be to lay down or to stay sitting, but not to stand up. So there will be kind of a shift of energy in the meditation guidance after about half of the time, but at least the first half, like sit up or stand up if you can, if it's fine for you. It's just an experiment, and you can, of course, find any position now which is comfortable for you, which is okay for you. And also here, like, it's not like clicking a button and then we are right into our meditation practice. It's really like waggling in, like moving maybe the body a bit, rolling the head and the shoulders, and the jaw maybe. And if you're sitting, like making sure your sitting bones are in a comfortable position. If you're standing, you can widening out your feet, like make them more long, more wide. And really feeling the connection between earth and sky running through your spine. Really sitting firmly here, and like feeling the legs on the ground, feeling the contact with the cushion and the solid earth below, the solid contact here between legs, feet, bottom, earth. It's stable and hard and clear. The spine, even it maintains its natural curve, is reaching up towards the sky, striving towards the sky. You can feel the clear boundaries of your body, the skin of your body. Being as firm as a mountain. Feel the contact of your hands, maybe with your legs, with the space around. Sensing into your scalp. And the shoulders, feeling the skeleton of shoulders, and arms and hands. Feeling the bones of your rib cage. in the pelvis. If you want, you can even use your hands for a moment to kind of feel the contours of your body, like the skin, the form of your body, the firm, strong form. Maybe even feeling the hip bones, pelvic bone, the shoulder bones. And sitting so straight, standing so straight, upright. If you had your hands on your body, like bring them back to one position. And stay here the next minutes in this firm mountain-like, clear, centered position. You could focus your breath on one point, like feeling your breath on one point, maybe in the lower belly or under your nostrils, and stay with this place. And whatever is arising, sensations, thoughts, feelings, coming back to the breath, staying centered. Kind of dropping each thought. Feeling this whole body and the breath in one place. Always coming back to this mountain-like quality, stability, clarity. My suggestion for all meditation instructions is always to stay with whatever is juicy, whatever feels alive. So if you're diving into a place where there is something juicy for you, you're so welcome to stay there and always feel free to dive into your own practice. And one suggestion I have here is, now, if you want to lay down, you could lay down. Or if you want to stay sitting, like sensing more the space around your body. Feeling the whole body expanding, the skin of the whole body expanding to all sides. Feeling the whole body breathing and softening. Softening the forehead, maybe a bit more. Softening the jaw. Softening shoulders and chest. Allowing the shoulders to drop down through the kidneys into the pelvis. And allowing the whole pelvis to expand with the inhalation. And to sink in again on the exhalation. And softening the grip on having to do anything, having to solve anything. What about softening even views and opinions and right and wrong, ideas and concepts? And allowing the body to widen, to open, to expand. Kind of reaching out to others, like we are all here together. Just thoughts coming, going, appearing, disappearing. Sensations, feelings, not mine, not me. Just a space we share here together with energies moving, coming, going. Sometimes contraction, sometimes opening, widening. And inviting friendliness here, compassion for whatever is going on, whatever is showing up. Embracing. Maybe embracing with space, with openness, kindness, friendliness. As if all the thoughts, all the energies fall onto a soft, so friendly carpet where you can kind of cuddling in, rest. Nothing to achieve, nothing to gain. Resting, trusting. What if you allow the body to even sink a bit more? And tuning really into the sinking. What if the shoulder drops down and lets go 5% more? How does that feel right into the tissue, right in the shoulder bone, the bone marrow? The invitation is to be really close with the sinking which happens in the body. If the nervous system is really agitated, you're always free to place a hand on your body or move your fingers through your face and just seeing if there is a shift. What resonates? How does the skin respond? How does the heart respond? The breath. If your fingers are moving gently through your face, or if a hand is placed on your belly, your heart, as a suggestion. And for the last 5 minutes, finding like a inner place or even the space around the body where you can rest, where you can come back again and again, cuddling into the contact with your body and the earth, feeling the whole body breathing, the contact of your fingers. Wherever is a good place, come back there. Cuddling into that place. So very gently and slowly finding the transition from like a formal practice into a listening and spreading out to others practice, and go slowly with it, right? That we don't rush into kind of the next thing. Maybe move your body, spiral your body. Yeah.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.